No foreign country helped bring this revolution to victory. It was our nation whose religious motivation motivated them to stand against all humiliations. The pre-revolutionary regime deprived our people from the freedom to vote, from the freedom to express themselves. The people's vote had no role in the running of the country. This was a huge humiliation of a historic nation such as the Iranian nation. People in this revolution wanted to have their views be an influence in running the country. They wanted national sovereignty against a dictatorship regime. The other humiliation which our nation was angry of was that inflicted by foreign powers. The big powers, the superpowers, were interfering in the internal affairs of this country. The Americans thought that the country of Iran belongs to them. They interfered everywhere, from cultural affairs, in the running of the state-run radio and TV. Even on security issues, U.S. experts were deployed to all our important military bases. Our revolution was to reject all these interferences, to reject colonialists. Our revolution was because our people did not want to accept humiliation. Is it possible for this revolutionary nation to accept again such humiliation from foreign powers, especially from America, after 35 years? It seems like they have not come to know this glorious nation and our revolution. Our revolution was designed to execute the Islamic edicts in this country. The previous regime sought to eliminate religion from the face of this society, but our people wanted freedom, autonomy, and the Islamic Republic. Today, we are happy that after 35 years, as every day passes by, we come closer to our lofty goals, the goals of the revolution. In the year that went by, our people, we are approaching the end of this year, but in the beginning of it, because of the measures taken by the dear leader, this nation created a huge epic. The main message of the people in the presidential elections was that firstly, we have to declare to the world, these people are loyal to the Islamic Republic of Iran, and that any change or any reform in the management of the country will take place within the Islamic democracy that we have set. And ultimately, for our people, the biggest importance of all is to recognize the goals of the revolution. The other message that people gave in this year's presidential election was to tell the world, we support a government that walks in the road of rationalism, that is committed to moderation, and a government that wishes to find progress through the domestic resources, through our own ability, and through
So a speech there by the Iranian
interaction
President
with the
Hassan
world.
Rouhani in front of a huge crowd in Tehran, 35th anniversary of the Islamic Revolution. We'll have a quick word to Soraya Lennie, who's there at the ceremony, just to talk through. Just interesting to hear then, Soraya, the talk about a road of rationalism, a government committed to moderation, finding progress through domestic resources. Rouhani still being strong about Iran's place, but with that slightly conciliatory tone that he has.
Yes, you're quite right. The president himself, a revolutionary himself, and someone who was jailed under the former government, speaking about the aims of the revolution, the goals of the revolution, and how Iran can fulfill those goals. Of course, the goals of independence, which Iran did succeed in getting during the revolution, throwing out the United States and foreign interference in Iran's domestic affairs. That was the most important point of the revolution. And as we heard the president speaking about that, and the leader of the revolution, Imam Khomeini, and his message in bringing Iran to that point in 1979. But Hassan Rouhani, of course, yes, very strong when it comes to Iran's independence, nationalism, and keeping Iran on track of these revolutionary goals, keeping Iran strong and regaining its place in the world. He says Iran is closer now to these goals of the revolution than any other time before. And if you look at the people around us, obviously a lot of slogans against the United States and against foreign interference, but also very much in favor of Rouhani's message. We can keep the ideals of the revolution and stay strong without continuing this, I suppose, anti-American stance, if you will. A softening of the approach from this new president. So a couple of different messages from the president, strong on Iranian independence, but also very strong on regaining its place in the world and friendship with other countries as well.
Excellent stuff. Soraya Lennie's live in Tehran there at this 35th anniversary of the Islamic Revolution. This is Azadi Square with President Hassan Rouhani.
In the past 6 months, has enjoyed relative stability. Our people, more than before, are seeking reconciliation, friendship, and peace among themselves. Our people want us to look forward to a future ridden with unity. Today, in our universities, in our press, we see that there is an atmosphere that is more conducive to peace and stability. Research, science, and technology is easier to achieve than it was before. Everyone wishes for this country to progress, and this administration is after the rule of law across this country. This administration will stand against any attempt to break the law. The fact that this administration had a difficult time in the first months of its tenure to draw the country's budget, it attempted to not hand in the budget to the parliament even with 1 day of delay. This administration believes that all branches of the government should be coordinated.
The Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, they're now dealing with more domestic issues to the local audience in Tehran, but we've heard plenty already about Iran's place on the world stage. Obviously, the president takes this moment to say, and these are his words that he said earlier, they, i.e. the West, have not come to know this glorious nation and our revolution, speaking very strongly about Iran's place, not just in the Middle East, but in the world. But also, and we talked about this with Soraya, Lennie, a little bit earlier, that conciliatory, more moderate tone which Hassan Rouhani takes. He said, we are here to tell the world we support a government that walks in the road of rationalism, is committed to moderation and wishes to find progress through domestic resources. Something we've heard a lot from Hassan Rouhani, appealing to his local audience, but also saying to the West, we are here to talk and we are here to participate with you. Coverage throughout the day here on Al Jazeera of this 35th anniversary of the Islamic Revolution in Iran.